Dear viewers, welcome back to our channel. This is the place where we give you stock of all the happenings in both national politics and soon we'll be introducing international politics. Now, it's your favorite segment, The Big Time, and I'm glad that you're back to our channel. Now, today we'd like to tackle something that has been dawning on us lately. And this factor that we'd like to consider is actually something that if you observe keenly, then it's really happening. I know the question you'd like to ask yourself, what could this be? Do you think the relationship between Rigathi Gachagua and William Samoei Ruto is rosy? Do you think so? Do you think Rigathi Gachagua was forced on William Samoei Ruto? A thing that William Samoei Ruto to date still dislikes? I think if you think so, then you are not far from the truth. I personally believe that William Samoei Ruto has been avoiding Rigathi Gachagua, but indirectly. Now, before we delve into that aspect, please, if you're a first-time viewer, I always love to encourage first-time viewers to subscribe to our channel and probably give us a thumbs up, because that is the only way YouTube gets to increase our experience on the YouTube platform. Now, let's get deep to this realization. A realization that Ruto could be avoiding Rigathi Gachagua indirectly. Of course, Ruto cannot show this to the public because the likes of Kimani Ngunjiri, Alice Wahome, the likes of Ichung'wah will not be happy. Because you remember, Rigathi Gachagua represents their interests in the UDA. I'm not saying their interest in Kenya Kwanza, because technically Kenya Kwanza is UDA. You know, the arrangement that is in UDA, in Kenya Kwanza, is different from the one that is Azimio. We've always talked about this. In fact, in our previous analysis, when we try to talk about the reason why William Samoei Ruto went back to Western, you will get the details there. Now, am I thinking that Rigathi Gachagua could be, why am I thinking that William Samoei Ruto could be avoiding Rigathi Gachagua indirectly? Take a look at the mega campaigns, all the major rallies. Rigathi Gachagua is always not in those rallies, except the only rallies that are in Mount Kenya. And probably that explains the reason why Ruto does not trust Rigathi Gachagua with campaigns outside Mount Kenya. So Rigathi Gachagua is basically a tool that is used in Mount Kenya to consolidate the votes in Mount Kenya and get them back to Kenya Kwanza. Because these votes, literally, Azimio have been actually campaigning for them to get these votes. Now, Martha Karua and Raila Amolo Odinga have been campaigning in twos, almost literally all 80% of the places they go together as a pair. But if you look at Kenya Kwanza, you realize that Ruto has only been campaigning with Rigathi Gachagua in Mount Kenya. But the rest of other regions, no. Take a look at the major rallies in Mombasa, some of those rallies in, Western, like now there's a major rally in Western. Rigathi Gachagua conspicuously missing in those campaigns. Why? I tend to think that the recent, the way Ruto has been behaving recently, indicating that he's a man who is aggrieved, man who is not happy with himself, perhaps could be the reason why, could be attributed by the fact that they made a wrong selection of a nominee for a running mate. Ababu Namwamba, in one of those interviews in KTN, said that Rigathi Gachagua was the best bet for Kenya Kwanza.
that Honorable Rigathi Gachagua is the perfect running mate. He exemplifies the hustler spirit. He exemplifies the bottom-up model that we champion. And we have no doubt that he has added energy, he has added verve to our campaign, absolutely. You know, listen.
But if you look at this keenly, then you realize that Ruto is not happy with that realization. I think Ruto seems to be finding that, this is someone who's supposed to add value to my campaign, but this is someone who's actually instead has been the undoing factor in my campaigns. So literally, most of those votes were lost in Mount Kenya because of Rigathi Gachagua. Because, Rigathi Gachagua has a bad history when he was a DO. Remember, in our previous analysis, we said that there has been a single endorsement from those DOs who are there to Rigathi Gachagua. There hasn't been any, but there have been a series of endorsements on Martha Karua's selection or nomination as a running mate. So perhaps that explains the reason why we believe that Ruto finds that Rigathi Gachagua as being a person who is not adding value to his campaign. You look at the way he expresses himself, Rigathi Gachagua. You look at the words that come from his mouth. Those words that come from his mouth and the way he expresses himself is probably different from expectations of William Samoei Ruto. Some of those utterances from him are always baseless, sometimes misplaced, miscalculated. So perhaps that's the reason why Ruto is so afraid to entrust Rigathi Gachagua with even with actually a microphone to convey even those agendas that they have as Kenya Kwanza. Because Ruto is very smart when it comes to, talking to the masses. He knows how to move the masses. But Rigathi Gachagua is actually the opposite of William Samoei Ruto when it comes to how to move the masses. In the previous campaigns in Kiambu, Moses Kuria, Kabogo, both of these people say that Rigathi Gachagua exhibits a dictatorship kind of character in himself. So probably that's why most people do not like Rigathi Gachagua. So most people prefer to even to have an audience where Kithure Kindiki is in attendance, unlike Rigathi Gachagua. So perhaps that's why we believe in Yoleno that William Samoei Ruto could be technically avoiding Rigathi Gachagua in most of these major rallies, perhaps because of the uncalculated words, those statements which do not actually resonate well with the masses. There is a time Rigathi Gachagua, and I think all of you heard about it, when he said that sisi na Ruto tuko na pesa. So this statement was actually meant to tell the people that we will give you money because we have a lot of money to dish to you. So all you need to do is simply vote for us. We have a lot of money. So he was actually indirectly insinuating that Mount Kenya was literally bought by William Samoei Ruto. Anne Waiguru, in a previous statement, perhaps months ago, said that you can only rent a Kikuyu, but you cannot buy a Kikuyu.
We keep thinking that you can actually be influenced because of social media. People have seen today Mount Kenya voting as one block. Kirinyaga has voted unanimously. Other counties have voted unanimously. I said it before, I will say it again. You can rent a Kikuyu, but you cannot buy a Kikuyu. Bottom line, they will still vote.
Could that be the reason why Mount Kenya is slowly shifting in favor of Azimio? Because Kikuyus were previously rented. Could that be the reason why? Could it be the reason why Rigathi Gachagua has been unsuccessfully achieving the mandate that was actually assigned to him by Kenya Kwanza, and the mandate was to increase the voter basket of Mount Kenya. A thing that we deemed to be unsuccessful simply because of Martha Karua's effect in that region. Because Martha Karua has done everything possible for Raila Amolo Odinga, and now we are almost sure of 40% for Azimio in Mount Kenya. And if perhaps 40% will actually be retained by Mount Kenya, then Ruto suffers the most. I think this is one of those realizations that make Ruto a bitter person, especially when you see Ruto in interviews, probably when he was in the KTN town hall, the open interview, he actually showed some signs of being bitter. And I tend to believe that one of the reasons why Ruto was bitter is because of being forced, of someone being forced on him, someone who is to him like, Mzigo. I probably think that Rigathi Gachagua is Mzigo to William Samoei Ruto, because you're literally supposed to, help me campaign, help me add my votes, because, if Ruto's rating were maybe 60% before Rigathi Gachagua's selection as a running mate, then maybe Ruto's expectation was that after the selection, then the ratings would have rose to 70%. But that has not been the case. The ratings of William Samoei Ruto dropped instead of, being on an upward trajectory. While Azimio's rating, when Martha Karua was actually nominated as a running mate, rose. That is an upward trajectory. So the positive gains in Azimio has always been seen. That's probably the reason why even Tifa polls now put Raila Amolo Odinga ahead of Ruto. Yesterday's Tifa polls released that Ruto was 39 and Raila Amolo Odinga was 42. Perhaps a 3% margin. But then there's a margin of error. But then there's those undecided votes, 10%. And then there are those people who could not, participate, decline to participate, 5%. So there is still 15% that is up for grabs. So this 15%, I think, according to Ruto, this would have been the votes that Rigathi Gachagua would have actually worked toward bringing on board, so that the ratings of William Samoei Ruto can actually rise a bit to probably like 47, because 15%, if you divide it by 2, then you have 7.5. 7.5 added to 39 gives us 46.5. Well, 7.5% added to 42 gives us 49.5%. There is no 50 plus 1 in that kind of rating. So that means there is a run of automatic runoff. So William Samoei Ruto is not happy with the Rigathi Gachagua because of those reasons. Dear ladies and gentlemen, perhaps if you're viewing this video and you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you're a returning viewer, I'm so grateful, so glad that you've always been supporting our channel and giving us a thumbs up and sometimes commenting. I know you're too busy, but by doing that, you're really helping this channel grow. That is the only support I need from you, my worthy viewer. But until later, I'd like to say be blessed and always keep watching our channel. And until we meet again, thank you so much.